Well, it is 1:20 in the afternoon, March 15th, 2013. Good afternoon, folks. I thought I'd chime in with a quick video. I'm going to go through some model scenarios. I have to tell you, if you've been following me on my page, you know I've been adamant about the Sunday system and how I just don't like it. I have not bought it from day one. The frozen aspect of it has just not set in well with me. There's a couple of reasons for that. One being it's March, although I will give it to this March. This is a very impressive cool spell we are in this March. But my thoughts on this system coming up Sunday go back to the last system we had, where we had a clipper dive. This isn't it. I'm just showing you what happened. Where we had a clipper dive down, and we had a southern system come up, and they phased. Well, we saw what happened with that system. It being in March, we got something called compaction, which means the snow all compacted down, and we just did not get the accumulations in central Indiana we thought we were going to get. I mean, the Euro was spitting out at one point. I think it was over 9 inches. Even the NAM came out and spit out 9 inches. Well, what happened is a blend of the GFS, which had the system up here, and the Euro had it in central Indiana. What happened was the blend moved the heaviest snow axis up here through Fort Wayne and things like that. Fort Wayne, Marion, where my cousin lives, if he's watching, hi, buddy, hope you're doing well. He really fell short in the snow category and the snow accumulations too. So let's get right into it. Let's go into what I'm seeing. There have been some subtle changes here. First of all, we're going to start with the 0Z Euro from last night. Now, the 12Z is not run yet. It's running right now, but I decided to go ahead and make this video before the 12Z Euro ran. If the 12Z changes a lot, which I think it's going to pretty much hold the same, I don't think there's going to be any massive changes. I'll let you know. Let's go forward here. As you can see, remember, blue is our 540. Reds are above freezing, 546. Now, Saturday, tomorrow, we shouldn't have any problems. No problems. I mean, we're going to have some rain move in. We should be well above freezing tomorrow. It's when we get into Sunday. Now, I want you guys to watch right there. Okay, do you see what's happening here? Boom, right there. Now, let me try to get this over here. See what's happening right here? This is a disturbance that's starting to form from the south. It's moving up. Well, we've got the 540 line, and I'm putting this in simple terms because there's a lot more that goes into this forecast than just this 540 line. We got the 540 line close enough to us where there's cause for concern. Now, here's what I think is going to happen. I think this precip may start out as snow, and we may see it all here. We may see a little bit of snow, freezing rain, and possibly even just rain. It is going to be that close right here in central Indiana. It's just going to be super, super tight. What this is going to come down to, folks, is what we call a nowcast situation. Meaning, you could get any forecast under the sun, but when it comes down to it, we are going to have to wait and see what happens as this event takes place and as this precip moves up. We're going to have to wait and see where the critical thickness lines are. Those are layers of temperatures in each layer of the atmosphere, 850 millibar, 1,000 millibar up, 500 millibar. We're going to have to wait and see what the temperatures are in these regions of the atmosphere to see what type of precip we are going to get and what's going to fall. And right now, we are just right here on the border. But I'm going to tell you why I don't think this matters. And I'm going to show you the rest of this run. Look at hour 84. Now, even if we run into snow, hour 84 and hour 90, looky here. The warm air convection has already moved in. So if we get snow, and right now I would not, this is not a major storm, folks. I just don't see it. I don't see it at all. I know the Euro showed a foot a while back. I won't comment on that, but that was one scenario. And some people need to understand here, when you're seeing these maps, it's not an actual forecast. These model runs, and I'm guilty of this too, when these models run like that and all of a sudden you see a foot being thrown out by probably the most accurate model in the business, which is the European model, people tend to pay attention. The Euro has been very good this year. I will give it that. It has a tendency to catch tracks before any other model, before the GFS, before the Canadian, before the NAM, before the UKMET, which is the British model. It has a tendency to hone in on these tracks first out of all of them. So it's done it again with this one. if this holds. It had a track right here in southern Indiana, and it's kind of wobbled between central and southern Indiana. But I just don't see this being snow, guys, and it could start out as snow, okay? But it's not going to stick around because look what's happening here. We've got ridging starting to happen right here in the southeast, and boom, here comes what we call WAA, warm air advection. That's what's not going to allow this to stick around as snow, and that's why I don't think it's a big deal. And that's what I've been trying to get across to people, why I don't think it's a big deal. Yeah, we could see some snow Sunday. We could see some freezing rain. We could see some rain. I'm not going to sugarcoat this to you. I don't know yet. Simple as that. But it's not going to be a major snowstorm, folks. It's not going to happen. Not this time of the year. No. I'm sticking to that point. Could we see a couple, 3, 4 inches of snow? Maybe. But it's going to be gone. See what happens here? Now we're into Monday where it's going to turn over to plain rain. It's not going to matter. It's going to be slush and slop by the time Monday comes around. That's the point I'm trying to get across here. Let's go a little further out in the Euro. Now look here. Tuesday, we've got a nice, see that cold push, that trough moving in down behind it? I'll tell you what, folks, March, this is really, I have to be dead honest, this is really impressing me. This is a cold March, and it's going to stay cold. I'm pretty certain of that now. Let's go further on. 168. This is 174. This will be Friday, March 22nd. Look at the cold air hanging around. Look at it. I mean, you can see how far the 546 line, the 540 line is shoved down into Tennessee. So there's no doubt the cold's going to hang around, but is the snow going to follow suit? When you get a 540 line down here like this, remember, you don't get southern systems that come up this way unless you get a major buckle in this jet stream to bring them up. This is when you got to start watching for clippers up here. And I don't see any right now. The last clipper that came through last night was a miserable failure. It's like we've always said, clippers are either feast or famine. They're not one or the other. So, as we go out, man, if you want spring, if the Euro's right, this is operational. Oi, as I like to say. we are, it's got the 540 line all the way down into Florida on March 25th. Will this happen? I don't know, but you can, as you can see, ridging out here is starting to build, and when you start seeing this ridging, there's going to be a pattern change. It's going to be fast. I just don't know when yet. Will it happen at the beginning of April? Yeah. Could it happen at the end of March? Maybe. We're going to have to see how everything plays out. I don't want to go too over time here. Let's go to the GFS. GFS this is the brand new 12Z run. The GFS is showing the same thing. Okay, here we are, Saturday, rain. You can see it right there in Indiana. 546 line, that's rain. Now, Sunday, see that 540 line starting to drift south? Sunday, once again, now the GFS, well, the GFS has actually shifted south a little bit with the precip. So, but right there at hour 96, hour 96, we could be dealing with a little bit of slop right there. I can't. The main thing of the game is, folks, we're going to have to watch that 540 line. We're going to have to watch how far south it sinks. And if it decides, if the high up in northern Canada doesn't want to push this 540 line down any further, then, and if it keeps the 540 line in northern Indiana, southern Michigan, we're going to be stuck with plain rain and maybe some freezing slop. That's just all there is to it. If the 540 line decides it wants to come out and play, and it wants to come down to central Indiana like it's showing right here, we're going to have a mix on our hands at first. But remember, when Monday comes, it's all going to be moot at this point because it's all going to shift to rain. Okay? That's what I want you all to remember. And that's why I've been so adamantly against this storm, because it's not going to stick. If it snows, it's going to be super wet. If it snows, it's going to be super wet. It's just not going to hang around long, folks. It's not going to. I mean, look at that warm air advection coming up right there on hour 102 again. So let's go to the GFS snow totals. Let's go to I think it was hour 1. Now, tell you what, sorry folks, it's backed off on the snow totals. I should have ran the 0Z run. Well, no, there it is. That's for March 21st. It's showing a decent swab of maybe 3 to 4 inches by Thursday. That's a whole different storm though. But for Tuesday, it's backed off. It's backed off in the snow totals, it looks like. So if I've got the right, yeah, I've got the 12Z, so that's the right model. Now the Euro last night. This is the 0Z Euro. Let's see, you can still see the Euro's adamant down in southern Indiana of keeping a good 3-inch to 6-inch band. And this is going to shift north and south. But again, folks, this is all moot. It's going to be gone come Monday, or it's going to be trying to melt Monday as it's going to warm up. So in the end, you can believe what you want, but here's a frozen precipitation from the Euro. I thought I'd show that. It's really not that big of a deal, but this is March, guys. This is March. This is what if this was January and February, we'd be gung ho ready to go for the snow here. It wouldn't be an issue. But this is March. We've got higher sun angles, and even though the climatology of these models may be skewed toward the month, like I was told by a couple people, we just got to remember what month we're dealing with here. Okay, we've never had a double-digit snowfall in the month of March except for once in all the years we've been keeping records. I believe. I could be wrong on that. So this is what I'm seeing. In the end, here's my take on it right now. Rain moves in tomorrow night. Sunday we start seeing a changeover as this second wave down here starts to form and moves up this way. Now what happens here in central Indiana, it's going to be very nowcasty. I'm warning you. Take no forecast here seriously that you see, because all the models are having a difficult time trying to pin it out. So I will watch it, and I hope I've shed some light on you, but my belief is this still just isn't a big deal, guys. I really don't buy this storm. I'm open to ideas on it. Now, if things change, you know me. I come on, I say, okay, hey, I was wrong. I'm not ashamed to admit it. But as of right now, I'm not on board with this storm being a huge snowmaker, meaning anything over 3 inches for Sunday, which I've come a long way. I said 0 inches before. I'll give it 2 to 3 inches, okay? But we will see. So, anyway, thanks for watching. I will keep you updated, and thank you for your support on our new Chase agreement. I'll get into that later. You saw it on the page that we did agree. Me, Sean Brown, and Joseph Cooper, who are two phenomenal human beings. Sean Brown's become one of my closest friends. We will be chasing storms this year. We would have been chasing this year anyway, but now we will be streaming the footage we get to Wish TV, Channel 8 Indianapolis. So thank you all for your support on that. And with that, I am